This is WPTV.
And now our next guest, next comedian is Mr. Ryan Sudol.
Thank you. Your check's from the mail. Thank you. So, I have autism, to which many of you would probably reply, that's what it is. Saw him twiddling his fingers, pacing back and forth in the corner. I knew something was up. But yeah, I have autism, and if there's one thing I don't like about autism, it's the way that the media portrays autism. Not necessarily people with autism, but autism itself. I'll give you an example. I was 10 years old. My dad was in the living room watching the news, and I was in there with him, okay? And it was the end of the 6 o'clock news. And you know that thing that they do at the end of the 6 o'clock news after 28 straight minutes of stories like, there was a triple murder-suicide on Main Street yesterday. One of the victims was an 8-month pregnant woman. A man right here in this apartment complex stabbed his dog 10 times last night and then ate his heart. And then they got the nerve at the end of the show to drop a story on you like, and now look at this adorable little girl volunteering at a homeless shelter. Doesn't this just restore your faith in humanity? No, it does not. Humanity can't win the day when it loses 10-1 on the news. That's not how it works. But this was one of those stories, and it was actually a really good, feel-good story. There was this boy in Tennessee, middle school kid. He goes out for his middle school talent show, and he sings this song by Bruno Mars called When I Was Your Man. Now, for those of you who don't know, that song is a really tough song to sing, but this kid absolutely kills it, right? Standing ovation, everyone loves him. He wins the talent show, but at the start of the story, the news anchor makes a big point and a big deal out of the fact that this kid has something called autism. Now, at this point in my life, I didn't know what autism was, nor did I know that I had it. And as an autistic person, I have a black and white mind, right? No gray area. So if anything makes any sort of lick of sense to me, it's true. So I'm sitting there thinking, autism must be some sort of disease where you can't sing. And what we're seeing here is nothing short of a miracle. I mean, that's the way they put it out there, right? But hey, you know, I'm not that concerned. You know, it's in Tennessee. It'll never make its way up here. Couple more months go by. My dad's watching ESPN, and I'm in the room with him this time as well. And you may know this story. It's a very famous story. So there's this kid from New York. He is a basketball player, high school basketball player, and he was actually the team manager for his team for most of his high school career. It's senior night, last home game of the year. They bring him into the game, and he makes every single shot. He's throwing up. Make. They win the game. He scores 25 points. They carry him up on their shoulders out of the gym. And at the start of the story, they made a big deal and a big point out of the fact that this kid has autism. This autism thing's a lot more complex than I thought. Not only are you not able to sing, but apparently you can't play sports worth a damn either. And apparently this kid's the chosen one. That's crazy. Good for him. But that's not the part that got me the most. What got me the most was that this kid was from New York, and that made me think, oh no, it's getting closer. But I take my Flintstone gummies every day, so I should be immunized. The yabba dabba do indeed. Couple more months go by. I'm sitting at the dinner table with my entire family, my mom and my dad. They didn't want another kid, right? Anyways, it's another one of those end of the show, 6 o'clock news things, feel good story. First words out of the news anchor's mouth. A high schooler with autism in New Jersey. Oh my God, it's here. It's here. Oh, it's here. We got to do something. We got to stay in our houses. We got We got to wear a mask. We got to flatten this autism curve before this shit gets out of hand. I was ahead of my time, all right? I was ahead of my time. So the anchor continues the story. Turns out this kid with autism, a high schooler, wrote a book. And he wrote a book for other kids with autism to read and relate to, right? So again, they're making a big deal out of the fact that this kid with autism wrote a book. I pair it with who the book is for, and I'm so confused at the dinner table, I say out loud, that's kind of mean. My mom looks at me and she's like, what's so mean about that? And I said, now why the heck would someone write a book for a bunch of kids that can't read? What? Where are you getting this from? Come on, Mom, autism, it's that disease where apparently you can't put on a mask correctly either. So it's a disease where, you can't play sports, you can't sing, and you can't read. It's all over the news. What are you talking about? I'm like, that's what it is, right? And then she gives me that look. That mom look, that I really need to tell you something look, Ryan, you have autism. Why are you crying? How much time do I have left? No, Ryan, you're not going to die. It's not a disease. It's not a disease. And then she proceeds to explain to me what autism is and what comes with it. The social issues, the anxiety, the obsessing over little things. But I'm not hearing a word she's saying, right? Because all I can think about in my mind is what I can do and what I can't do. Oh my God, I can't sing. That means I'll never be able to sing. I got autism, man. It's terrible. And then she's like, no. Listen, you can learn to sing. We can get you lessons. Anybody can learn to sing. Well, I can't play sports good either. Well, we can get you lessons. We can teach you how to play golf. You could do that, right? I'm like, I guess, but I can't really read or write that. Well either. Well, that's because you're retarded. I mean, we can't. There's not much we can do about that. It's just some things you can't fix. My name is Ryan Sudol. Thank you so much for your time. Come on up, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Bring up our comics. Calvin, Nick. We thank you so much for coming to Common Hour Comedy Hour.